Hey, and welcome to another segment with me, Prak, here at Preach with Prak. How are you guys doing? It is time for me to keep up with my New Year's resolution. If you remember my New Year's resolution, it was to invite you into my life once a month. Here it is. We are in the month of August, and it is time for me to keep up with my New Year's resolution. Again, as a friendly reminder, New Year's resolution is not just about December or January or February. It is meant to be worked on throughout the year. Even that 1%, even that 2%, even that 10% counts for you in any goal that you had for yourself. With that, today I'm actually taking a walk on the Teddy Roosevelt Island. Theodore Roosevelt was a president. He was the 26th president of the United States, so a while back, and he was actually a great leader. And this island is in between DC and Virginia, and it has had multiple functions. But now, after a certain point in history, they decided to make this a beautiful park and dedicated it to President Roosevelt. So, and as I'm walking along this park, I also wanted to share with you why is it that I give out shout outs. I may have mentioned it before, but how is shout outs? I want to go ahead and connect the dots between what wellness is, what is taking care of yourself, and how does that translate into giving back to your community? Because that's what shout outs usually are. I'm usually giving a shout out to people or individuals or ideas or groups or communities that have done something for their community and have made their mark in history. So I want to go ahead and connect that dot into what happens when you take care of yourself, when you invest in your wellness, and how does that come back into your community. All right, with that, let's go ahead and start enjoying this beautiful park. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with how is wellness of yourself connected to wellness of your community, wellness of your species, wellness of your environment. Because that's what shout outs usually are, right? I'm giving a shout out to people or individuals who have done well. And wellness, or usually the wellness segments are about how we can do a better job of taking care of ourselves. So when you begin to take care of yourself, when you begin to get on the wellness track, whether it's by exercising and eating well and taking care of your physical health, whether it's by taking care of your mind by avoiding distraction, allowing it to focus on the objective that you have set for yourself, by allowing it to rest, by allowing it to nurture in a healthy environment, or whether it's by taking care of your emotions and seeing how your feelings and how your attitude of your emotions and your attitude towards the world affects your environment. When you take all those factors into consideration, you are on the wellness track. And when you do invest time and effort into these, into your wellness being, you will begin to see that you feel good. You will begin to see that you look good, you feel good. You want to do something with this good that you're constantly feeling, that you're constantly radiating. You maybe will want to meet people who are also feeling the same way. That's what happens when you invest in the wellness track. You are aligning yourself, you are channeling yourself to the best version of yourself, which is your inner self. And when you align yourself, the closer you align yourself from the current self that you are to the best version of yourself, as you align yourself, now mind you, just really quickly, that the best version of yourself is defined by you, defined by the soul that chose to live this life in your body that you are living and currently experiencing life in. That is the best version of you. It could be influenced by your parents, it could be influenced by your peers, it could be influenced by your culture, by your favorite influencer. It could be, but the best version of yourself is always strictly authentic to who you are meant to be. And it could be very far from the current version of where you are right now. And the closer you align yourself to the best version of yourself, you will recognize that maybe part of a bigger picture, that you are part of a bigger community, that you are experiencing life with the help of others. The others could be your family, could be your friends, could be your neighbors, could be your peers, could be the group of people that you go to a religious institution with. These are all the folks that you are experiencing your life best with. That is one of the first steps. That is one step closer from getting to the wellness point to being part of a community. When you take care of yourself, you begin to recognize that you are part of a community. Now that I've shown you how taking care of yourself aligns you with the best version of yourself, that is your inner self, and how your inner self allows you to recognize that you are part of a human race, that it brings out, your inner self will bring out the humanity in you. With that, you'll begin to recognize and appreciate all that the previous folks that lived on this planet have done for you. For example, when I came to this island, I drove in a car on a road, very smooth road, and I was following rules and regulations that other people had created. The car was engineered and designed by people I have no idea who they were. All I do is pay for their effort and their inventions. The road that I drove on, all I do is again pay via taxes to the folks that helped build it, engineer it, and who maintain it. Right? Now I'm using this camera that obviously I did not invent, and this microphone that obviously, again, I did not invent. All I do is pay for these products so I can connect with the world. So I can post it utilizing media such as TikTok or YouTube. All I can do is show my gratitude to the folks that helped build this path so that I can communicate to you. That is what humanity brings out in you. When you recognize that you are part of a bigger group, we are currently enjoying the planet because of other folks who build this way for us. Similarly, we can go ahead and build a path for folks that will later on enjoy this world. And that is what happens when you begin to embark the journey of wellness. You begin to take care of yourself. You want to take care of your community, either by working for your community, either by volunteering with your community, either by donating to your community, either by engineering and creating new inventions and ideas, or help maintain those ideas with your community. And that's what happens when you become closer to your inner self. You become more humane. You become aware that you are here because of other people who lived many decades ago, who lived centuries ago. You're here because of them, and now you prefer to also go ahead and do something similar for people that are out to follow you. So now that I have shared with you that when you take care of yourself, you find yourself taking care of your community, and then you find yourself appreciating all the people that once lived on the same space that you are enjoying, with all the inventions and creations that they helped build or even maintain or mass produce. I want to go ahead and now remind you a theme that Preach with Prag definitely promotes, which is Preach with Prag shines a light on the destructive nature within each of us, and instead highlights the benefits of empowering the beautiful spirit in us. What I've said to you so far is, oh yeah, when you take care of yourself, you fall in love with the world, you fall in love with humanity, and you want to give. But what happens if you are on the other end? If you find yourself being destructive to yourself, you will also then put out the spirit of destruction. You will find communities that also want to destroy. I mean, how much have we learned in history about the destruction and burning and looting and pillaging of many civilizations? Those civilizations, none of their works exist because it was destroyed. And the ones that do get to make it, such as the island that I'm standing on, such as all the shout outs, such as the inventions and creations that have made it to us today, the ones that did get to stand the test of time, it was because of the hands and the minds of many who considered the benefits of empowering the beautiful spirit in us. That us could be just within me, within my inner circle, or within the human species, within mankind. So with that, it is so important to recognize that if you are feeling destructive, you will find yourself attracting a destructive community. And you, together with your destructive community, will destroy rather than build, rather than create. So I hope I have convinced you that how you feel in here is definitely radiated to the world outside. If you are feeling good about yourself, if you are working on feeling good about yourself, trust me, that is the quality of energy, that is the quality of attitude you will give to your companions, to your family, to your friends, to your peers, to your colleagues, to your environment, to your community, to the history that you are creating for yourself. And if you're feeling the other way, trust me, while you wish it would stay within, no, it comes out because we are all part of a bigger species. We are all part of a bigger world than ourselves. And that is why it's so important to take care of your wellness, even that 1%. Whether it's as simple as drinking water or as simple as taking a walk outside. It might be so simple and small, but while you may think, oh, this is so silly, how can something so small impact my history? It could, it does. Because when you build such habits, it transforms and evolves to the well-being of yourself. And your well-being will translate the quality of thoughts that you're thinking, to the kind of person that you're becoming, to the kind of companion that you are, to the kind of spirit that you are revolving in this planet. Sure, bad habits exist. Sure, bad thoughts exist. Sure, bad memories happen. But when you take the time to quietly and slowly and gradually develop a better well-being for yourself, you will also build a better well-being of your environment, of your community, of the memories that you create in this life. So with that, I'm going to bid you farewell. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed this segment. And if you do, please do remember to share to anybody that you feel may benefit from these messages, to like, to let me know that you are listening and you are feeling what I'm trying to share with you, what I'm trying to preach to you. And I hope you also subscribe, because yes, this is the movement that Preach with Prak's about. It's the hashtag therapeutic movement. We are building a spiritual collective consciousness. Until then, this has been Prak with Preach with Prak. Want more of Preach with Prak? How about you go ahead and subscribe to our Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com. Here I'll provide you a weekly message to guide you throughout the week and check in with you with a wellness questionnaire. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com.